All right, we're recording.
All right. So we're going to start this session off like we do every session. We are going to do a summary, but before we get started, I do want you guys, when you aren't doing things, go ahead and prep your characters for level 8. We're not doing things. So just keep that in your mind because by the end of this, your characters will be level 8, and depending on how long we play as level 8. So make sure it's level 8.
Okay.
Because by your point, it will definitely be level 8. All right. So, who wants to start us off with a summary of what happened last time?
Not I.
I can remember what happened to me.
All right, Carrie, start us.
All right, so I remember we're at the bar. And it's probably going to be all over the place, but so this high elf not high elf. Some lady comes in who just is not a nice lady. I remember Amir's talking to her. Amir nudges me to say something. I say something I shouldn't have said. Meanwhile, Akia, as a cow, goes out and I guess is looking around for whatever. She might try to climb a tree. And she gets kidnapped. Meanwhile, the other three of us, go to the big tent, which we're thinking is a brothel. And pretty much Braca and Amir screw, not each other, but other entities, while me and Akia get screwed because I rolled a nat 20 and it didn't mean anything. And pretty much as she is getting taken back because she like bribed the two guards to let her have one last drink before selling her. And as they take her there, I look to see some commotion as she's being taken, so I don't see it all. She gets tied behind the bar. Nozel saves her. I'm there as well, but I don't do anything. Nozel saves her. And that's my summary.
Okay. Anybody else wants to give an alternate perspective of what happened last time?
I do know. Can we add stuff?
Yeah.
I missed a lot, so yeah, you probably should. Yeah.
Wait, level 8, by the way? Are we skipping straight from level 6 to level 8?
Wait, are all level 6 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, level 7. My bad.
So I do know we killed like 2 guards, which I feel is going to come back and bite us in the butt. We found out that higher up,
When did
Faye,
we kill 2 guards?
Nozel did, right? Or knocked him out. Oh, I still feel like that's going to bite us in the butt, though.
I think Nozel killed one. Didn't you kill the other one, Akia?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Because I punched one, but it did like hardly nothing.
So y'all knocked out those 2 guards.
Okay. So I feel like they're going to come back for revenge or something. We found out that that lady was Nozel's cousin, so she was helping us out by giving us a ride to the Sealy Court. And we also found out that people in the Fae with higher up magic can see right through our disguises. So at some point, we're probably gonna get caught with that. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to add.
And we were, at the end of the session, we were in a carriage on the way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone remember her name?
The
cousin.
The cousin? Iridescent.
Oh, nice.
Alright, good.
I also remember Caldric, who was the guy I met.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for remembering Caldric. He's a little sad you'll have to interact with him more.
How was I interact with him? He was quiet. He was a mute.
Okay. So, I made a mistake. I don't know if you heard. Not level 8, level 7. I had it in my head. But
okay,
level 7.
Yeah,
Okay. So, you're on the way to the Sealy Court, also known as the Summer Court. You guys are in this carriage. It's got two two coachmen on the front kind of pulling it with these horses. They're like these purplish, bluish horses. Definitely not something you've seen before. It's a pretty spacious carriage, about the size of I don't know, this kitchen. So it's pretty big. It's a pretty large carriage. These are strong horses. To give you some perspective, James, it's about 12 by 12. A massive carriage. So while you're in here, Nozel goes over to Amir after he's done talking to you. So, kind of slides neck when we want to make you get stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
Smooth talker. I can give you increased mental fortitude. Or, because you're a ranger, right? Shoot guns. I can teach you how to shoot bullets out of your fingers.
Oh, that's right.
Can you hear them, James?
I
That's
can,
the
but
bullet.
it's all mumbled.
Okay, so Nozel said he can teach him to be a smooth talker, he can give him increased mental fortitude, or he can teach him how to shoot bullets from his fingers.
Okay.
So you pick the.
Yeah.
Okay, so he tells you, he's like, okay, it's not actual bullets, obviously, but it's more like you are manipulating air around your fingertips to shoot basically air bullets. So you're manipulating the element. So you can choose to spend this carriage ride. You guys know that this carriage ride is going to take about 2 days to get to the Sealy Court, in which time
Bro, my dog is dead. Your dog
you can
died.
learn this. So you're going to learn how to shoot the air bullet. Okay. At the end of this, so he tells you, okay, in order to do this, you take your hand like this and make a finger gun. And then when you move your thumb, pull the trigger. Get used to doing that motion. You can dual wield these. So you can use both hands. And he says, alternatively, when you want to look cooler as you're starting off, you might want to use the thumb. That'll help with the magic flow, but you can just kind of go without having to.
Okay, Rango. I hear you.
So this technique is called shoot style.
Hey!
So for you, it is +2. You might want to write this down. So shoot style, +2 to hit, and 1d8 of damage. At level 10, it increases to 2d8. And just so you know, it's 1d8 per. Okay, so Nozel gets done with you and he says, okay, now as I recall, somebody else asked me to teach them something. Who was it?
It was me.
And he kind of gives you a side eye and he's like, all right, I am going to teach. You wanted to learn how the fairy language, correct?
Yes.
It's like, well, the language here, the main one, is known as Sylvan. He's like, so in the next 2 days, I can teach you enough to get by. You won't be able to understand everything, but you'll understand enough.
Okay.
So, next 2 days, he's going to teach you Sylvan. Sylvan. And Care, he invites you, if you would like, to sit in on these lessons to learn some Sylvan as well.
Well, that's lame. Now I want to know how to shoot
Kick style.
bullets out of my fingers. Why does he get to learn too?
It'll do him more good.
Really?
Why do you need it, Brock? Hey, you've got this awesome deck.
I also have to go.
You have the gun. I was wondering when you remember you have the gun.
Oh, I remember. You were supposed to give me a crafted thing for it. Like you were supposed to.
I want to read the thing. Okay.
Like you were supposed to like send me one or whatever, or however.
It's okay. Okay, so while you are writing there, let's see. Ari says, "Coachman, stop for a moment. Please pull over off to the side of the road." And she turns to Nozel and she says, "I have to go use the little princess." And so she walks out the carriage and goes to the back to a smaller little room. And she just kind of goes in there for a second. So all of you are alone for a second.
Those finger guns there are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hands.
Nozel says, "Hey, Amir, let's
Yeah.
go outside. Let's shoot some stuff. Let's practice."
Let's go. Let's go.
So when you walk outside, you see that it's basically there are these gigantic mushrooms growing everywhere. There are these iridescent green, purples, blues, pinks, and some of them have little smaller mushrooms growing on top. And he looks at it like, "Those are perfect targets. Shoot those."
Does it make you go?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Ooh.
So roll to aim. So you're gonna roll a d20.
A D20 name. Boom. 5.
All right, you missed your first one.
Oh,
Well, it's okay. It's okay. You know, you're just learning this. There's a couple more. Go ahead, shoot again.
a 2.
You are off by a long shot this time. And he's like, "The mushrooms are over there."
Okay.
I
Got
feel
it.
you're
Got it.
nervous,
I got
Amir.
it. 3.
You missed again.
Ah.
Amir, like this. And Nozel takes his hand and he goes, and he shoots the middle one.
A 2.
You missed again.
Amir, for the mushrooms.
Really?
Disgusting.
Really? A 3.
Amir, you're missing them.
A 2.
Wow. You're rolling the D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
An 8.
You still missed.
Getting there. We're getting there.
This is great.
That's better.
A 14.
Okay.
You point at it, you shoot, and you're like, "Oh my god, it's gonna miss again." But this one time, the bullet goes off to the right, but then it circles and it chips one from the left. Nozel's grimace is great. Only 4 more left. Shoot the other 4.
A 9.
You go, you aim, you shoot, and you shoot between the mushrooms. You miss.
Ah.
Want some chocolate?
A 16.
Ooh,
You
chocolate.
aim for another one, and you shoot it. He's like, "All right, 3 more left."
Eat
A
it,
14.
James.
You hit another one.
Yay!
A 12.
You hit another one. 1 left.
A 1. Nice.
You suddenly figure out somehow that this has recoil, and you hit yourself in the forehead. And you stumble to the ground. Nozel is just laughing. He's like, "Dude, come on, man. It's like this." And he reaches out a hand and he helps you get up.
Is he rolling a d20?
Last one.
12.
And you shoot the final one. Good job. You learn how to use your style. Good job. He points to you and says, "Hey." Rock it a little bit. Shoot at her foot. No. Use
A 12.
So you point at Rebecca's feet. Roll a d20.
What are you doing, Amir? You winged bastard!
The one.
So she goes, so he points, he shoots. When he does, it actually shoots Braca in the big toe. It doesn't pierce. It's not that good yet, but it's like someone like dropped like a big piece of like a 2x4 where you're at a construction site on your big toe.
I cannot hear what she's saying. I know she's just being loud.
Saying, ow,
Ow! Ow! Imagine I'm screaming. Ow!
Oh, I saw it. I just didn't hear it.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm gonna teach me! Teach me! I wanna shoot you between your eyes!
Nozel says, all right, go like this, and he shows you the basics, and he says, take your hand, and he shows you the finger gun technique, and he says, now aim right in between Amir's eyes when you do it. Now roll a d20. If you roll above 17, I'll let it happen. It's a 13. I'll let you have one more time.
Dang.
Shit.
It's a 20.
Whoa.
Yes!
So you point, you aim, you pull your finger, you shoot Amir right in between the eyes. It clocks him in the forehead, and he actually passes out.
Ah! I rolled a 1 and a 20. That's what you get!
Oh goodness!
So,
I think he's knocked out.
Hopefully he's dead.
Amir, are you there? And Amir isn't responding. Does anyone want to try to do something to help Amir?
Obviously, James. He's the picture.
That's true.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember what I have. It's been so long.
Here he is rolling 100 times to get above like an 8. Just took me out.
Can if I heal him? Well, I've let lay on hands pull. Would that like bring him back?
Try.
I don't like that. Every time you say you can try, it's a no. So I ain't gonna do it.
No, it's you can try.
Mm.
The dice decide.
I don't think it's ever been. You can try and it actually. Okay, screw it. I'll do it. All right. So I perform lay on hands pull, and my current is 35. I'll do 20.
So you go down, you start to reach down to go put your hands on Amir to wake him up, and Nozel quickly grabs your hands and says, whoa. Hold on a second here. I've got a better way. Let's do this spell a different way. I'm going to teach you a special technique. Ladies, please turn around. And he's like, all right, here, watch this. Zips. So Nozel unzips his pants. You can't see anything. He's like, all right, Care, you ready? You going to join him?
I don't know. No, I ain't doing that. What are you doing?
Ah, man, it goes like this. And Nozel's like looking. He's like, sorry, I'm a shy peer. Give me a second.
Start humming.
Hey, can you put your hand on my shoulder? He's talking to you, Care.
No.
So you do that. The lay on hands kind of travels through him, and there's also starts humming up. Little teapot, sure is. Here is my hand. Oh, here's my sky. He just starts peeing all over Amir's chest. Amir, you wake up.
What the fuck? Nozel!
What?
What happened?
That's my shoot style.
Good?
It's a healing style.
Excellent aim as well.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Damn right, baby.
Ah.
I can't take it here.
All right. At this point, Iridessa kind of comes around the side, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing, Nozel?" Like, what? Don't be a prude, Erie. I'm just having some fun. You need to learn to get a little bit of fun. You're fucking a stick out of your ass. And she's like, I never. I am of royal blood. I am here to help guide you back to the palace so you will return home and tell Mother why you abandoned her. And he says, whoa, Mother, when did you start calling her that? He's like, ever since she took me in when my mother died. She has been very kind to me and has been very kind to you, and you abandoned us. And Nozel just kind of like rolls his eyes, and he's like, Fury, get off your high horse, alright? It's fine. She's like, no, it's not fine. Why would you have left all of his
Really?
Yeah,
It
look.
hasn't happened in a while, has it?
And he's like,
This stuff is good. Try this.
Look at that chance.
Try it.
Might help you with your stage fright. No, we put chloroform in it. Calm you down. Horse tranquilizer.
Wait, what is that?
Horse tranquilizer.
But I put
Horse
Hershey's
tranquilizer.
by the way, I rolled to see if you
like
piss on him.
actual chocolate.
Okay, so Irida says, look, 150 years ago, you just decided to up and leave without warning. You just got all pissy and you talking about some adventure, some mission that you had to do. And then all of a sudden, you feel like this air of rage kind of surround all of you. And for a second, Nozel's eyes flare purple once again, something that hasn't happened in a while. And he's shut up. And she says, no, I won't shut up. He says, Ari, shut up. And when he says that, these large kind of pulses come out of his voice and hit her right in the face. And she's knocked out.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my god, what did you do? Why?
And
Why?
then all of a sudden, oh my god. Erie, are you okay? Erie! And he starts like going over to her, looking really concerned, like he has no idea what the hell just happened. And he's just like shaking her.
Piss on her. She'll wake up.
No.
I second that.
It won't work a second time. I can only do it once a millennia.
I'll pee.
I have 20 more points of lay on hands pool. I have 20 or 15. I can use the rest.
I'll pee.
Or if someone wants to pee instead. I'm not putting my hand on the shoulder though.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He says, all right, we can try that. Put her back in the carriage. We're going to try to pass this off as if that didn't happen and she just passed out in the carriage, okay, everyone?
Gaslight.
Like, that was like, I did not mean to do that.
Gaslight.
Dollar drink.
So, yeah. Get her into the carriage, put her up.
So true.
And then, who else outside the carriage?
I think all of us.
I like sniped him from inside the carriage.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think we kind of came outside.
So, y'all are all outside then. Nozel goes in, puts her inside, walks out. This is all right, Carrie, help us out. You go to walk to begin helping. Then all of a sudden, the two coachmen from the front
Shit.
walk behind, and they're starting to laugh. And then they're just like, and you hear one of them say, well, Tyrion, they made our job easy for us, didn't they? Tyrion says, yes, Syrax, they did. So Tyrion, the one that they're referred to as Tyrion, is this big hulk of like this green elf-looking thing, has pointy ears, definitely not like an elf. You're not sure if it's an elf or what it is. It's some sort of humanoid. Syrax, the other one, is a thinner man. Long hair, dark complexion.
Sorry.
Dark complexion. And they say, right, I'll take care of the rest of it. Yeah. Mr. Nozel here as well.
Shit.
She will be most pleased with us. So does anybody hear this? Oh, you all.
We all, even Nozel?
Nozel hears it too.
So what are you talking
Are they
about?
are like? Hold on. Are they like? They're trying. After?
Ask him.
Yeah.
No, because like that's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Well, this is where Kara just goes, "What are y'all talking about? Like, what's going on?"
Well, I don't know if that's a smart idea.
I think it's smart.
I think sneak attacks are smart.
Well, like they're looking at us
Yeah, like we're
when they said that.
looking.
So like we're kind of like Western standoff
Mm.
ordeal.
Oh shit! And he's got the finger guns to prove it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You have the finger gun?
Yeah.
You're all gonna
James, confront him. We're behind you. We're behind you, James.
I'm about to.
Come on. Out.
So there's two of them. Right? There's two.
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm gonna
Get
use.
your guns out.
Hold on. They're right here.
They're right here.
So
You know what they're
I'm gonna.
talking about.
I think we've heard enough.
All right. Do we want to ask?
Get ready, guys. Ask, James. We're behind you.
Okay, what are y'all talking about? What's this about?
None of your concern. I'll give you two choices, and this is Syrax addressing you. You guys can go on down the road and forget about any of this. Go on your merry way. Or you could stay here and die. Your choice. But we're taking these two.
Oh no,
I'll give you one better.
not Nozel.
You can either go down the road and forget this ever happened, and we can kill you later, or we can kill you right now.
Nozel turns to you like, I got this, Aki. And he goes to do. And he goes and he does this, and he waves his finger forward and blasts out a wave, and Syrax just wipes it away, points at him, and says, "Sleep."
Oh shit!
And Nozel
Oh
falls to the ground. Sleep.
All right, finger guns. They're coming out. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, Zale falls asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So first, there's two of them. There's two.
All right. Roll for initiative.
What's this?
I have an 11.
I have a 10.
I have to pay him one.
It's not because you're the first one. So who goes first? Which is probably you.
Or he's last.
Oh, I got another one.
Here you go.
Okay, I got it. I got 2.
What'd you get, Karen?
11.
What'd you get, Brocken?
A 10.
And then you had a 2, Aki.
Yes.
Do. Great music. Here. Okay, that one's next. There we go. So now I'm doing. Yep. Okay. All right. So Syrax is up first, and he lets out a mighty screech and punches the ground out in front of him. And he screams for some reason in anime fashion, "Thunderwave!"
Oh, wait.
That's never good to hear.
I imagine
thunder.
Kara's looking back at Aki to make sure she's not the one doing it.
Oh my god.
Any thunder wave or water wave, I'm gonna look at Aki.
Oh my god. It's like traumatizing.
Well, I'm dead.
No.
Well, here's where I die.
What? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay.
I can't take shit.
Everyone, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, wow.
That's a D20?
And you add Constitution. I have 15.
Come on. I don't want to fucking die. A 13.
I got a 20. 22, not a nat 20.
And I got an 11. Okay.
I feel like it's actually pretty good though. All of us.
Yeah.
Maybe not for Baraka, but yeah.
What are you smiling? Alright, so what were the things again?
22.
13.
You added your.
What'd you get here?
15.
Okay. Care and Akia, you take 5 points of damage. The other two, you take 10 points of damage.
Big chillin'.
And then all of a sudden, all the rocks and gravel and a lot of dirt pulses out in this big dust cloud and are forced away. Looks about 10 feet away. Okay, next up in the pecking order is Care.
All right. How far away am I from the two guys?
You are about 10 feet away from.
I'm gonna do my basic slash attack. So I have my shield equipped, so it's one arm, but I have what's it called? Or no, I just have Talon. So I'll just attack him with Talon.
Which one?
I said,
I can't do both, can I? I have to do one at a time, right?
Yeah.
It really don't matter. I mean, the one who knocked out Nozel, I'll do that one. I forgot his name.
Okay, so roll to hit.
All right. Now, roll to hit is D20, right?
Yep.
Okay. Please be a high number. Wait. Okay, sorry, I was getting another call in Discord. I had to end that one.
they just
I'm trying. Oh wait. I did the wrong roll.
Who called you? Who called me?
Ice Ninja 3333.
Okay.
Wow, I'm getting all of these messages. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me mute this group because this is actually wow. There we go. All right. Sorry, I just got like 10 messages at once. All right. Sorry, I rolled the normal D20. I meant to roll the hit DC beside my weapon, so let me do that. All right. Okay, that's better. A 16.
All right. It hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, so I have a shield, but I'm one arm because of that. So I think it would be actually either way is the same. So I'll just do that. 6.
All right. Describe what happens.
Wait, do I kill him?
Well, no, just like describe like how you did your
Okay.
attack.
So, I pull out my Talon, and I just do like a slash attack like that, or at least attempt to do one diagonally across his body.
Okay. It hits. And you cut his robe a little bit, and he stumbles backwards.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, Rocco.
Okay.
Everyone's about 10 feet away. Here, you're right in front of Sirax.
So that did no damage. It just cut his robe a little bit.
I mean, he took damage, but like you cut his robe too.
Okay, all right. I feel a little better.
I am going to. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to. Because I can, like, run up to him, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I want to run up to him with my daggers and just kind of, like.
Okay.
Do that. And then
use my cunning action to dash back. Okay. Back how far? How far can I go? Like how far can I run without it being an act? 29 feet. Okay. Roll the hit. Where are you hitting? What name? Closest? They're both like each other. I want to go for the other one then. The big one? Yes. Okay. Is it a D20? Yep, D20 to hit. Okay. So you run up to the big brutish guy who you've noticed is wearing some thick studded armor. And you go to do a quick little slash, and nothing happens. He just kind of laughs for a second. And he has a okay. So he just kind of laughs, and he takes the shield that's kind of strapped to his arm and just goes, and he knocks you away. And you take.
It's all up to us, bro. It's all up to us. Oh god. And I'm not that confident.
I just got these.
Yeah.
12 damage.
We're just gonna hope.
Yeah.
Fires.
Okay. All right. That was his turn. All right, Akia, you're up.
Hungry Jaws.
Hold a hit.
Come on, please. Please, baby.
You got this, Akia. Break a leg.
Do you want a D20?
15.
Okay.
Plus anything?
Do I plus anything?
Yeah.
And I can give you what?
But that's it. I think it's plus your bite.
Because like I know for me, I get to add 5.
Gotcha. It's plus 2, so 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Who do you hit? You hit both of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
Feeding frenzy, bitch.
So it's a bite attack twice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Roll for damage.
That's
Roll the bite attack twice and then tell me the first.
It's a 1d6 plus 2, right? Piercing. Okay, first one is 4.
Okay.
Second one is 7.
Okay.
Are you using D&D Beyond?
I do want to describe what happens.
All right.
Before I do that, how no, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to go for like their throats, like specifically. I want to try to go for the first one's throat, and then like kind of kick off them and like swing at the other one's throat, and then like
Okay, so that's what happened. You go for their throats. Instead of hitting like their throats, you kind of raise their shoulders instead. You bite the big guy's shoulders. So
Okay.
he took some damage on that one. But they are still standing.
God damn it!
Wow. At this point, you just got to become the Wendigo and just go crazy.
Amir is next.
All right.
Nice go.
So I want to fly up and then use both my finger thumbs.
Me.
So one is in.
They're not
One.
used.
Okay.
Hit the floor.
The first one's a 20.
Nice. All right.
So the second one, it's a 20.
What?
How did you do that?
A double nat 20.
Holy
They-
shit!
They got to be dead now.
I'll pay this time because that's fully
That's
good.
impressive.
Shit.
So whatever damage you do, for both of these will double your damage.
They got to be dead now. They got to die.
An 8.
And
You got
then.
an 8? Alright.
A 1.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so we'll
okay.
say you shot the big guy with the 8. So you fly up into the air and you summon 2 big, massive pulses of air, and you shoot a big one at the big guy, and it sends him flying. And he got hurt on that one. So yeah, he got pretty hurt on that one. And he's knocked prone. The other guy. So you shoot the bullet, you bang, and it starts as this big air cannon thing. It's full hurtling towards him. Sirac starts freaking out. And he goes to cut the magic in front of it because he assumes that it's some sort of elemental magic. He goes to cut it. When he does, it reduces the size of it into smaller fragments. But one of them actually ends up taking
Oh shit!
2 damage from the double.
Nice.
Dang.
Whew.
A double nat 20. Man.
That's crazy.
He's never gonna get one again.
That's why he
Okay,
rolled
so-
so bad earlier. Life was like, all right, we got to balance it out. Double nat 20.
Yeah.
Sirac says, "You guys are pretty good. Let's up the ante." He goes, takes his hand, swirls it around a little bit, and then he touches himself on the face like this, and his skin turns brown, and you see like this tree bark like texture
Skin.
go out all over his skin, and then it just becomes normal, like it melted into him.
So he's a druid.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so whose go is it?
James.
Yep. Yep. Carry her up.
Oh, man.
That was his turn.
That's his turn.
Yeah, that was his turn. It's my turn next. Let me see. I'd like to. I want to cast Searing Smite for whenever I hit him, but I feel like casting Searing Smite is an action itself. So, if I cast a Searing Smite, that would be my whole action. Like, I wouldn't be able to attack him, right? I just have to cast that.
I think so. It's the thing. So
And wait. Actually, no. There's who's right after me? Is it
Rocco.
yeah, Brock is right after you.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Searing Smite on Talon, my weapon. I'll read out to you real quick. Actually, no, it's a bonus action. Wait a minute, no, that's a bonus action. I think those I can do.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that with my action. Okay, all right, sweet. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during a spell's duration, your weapon flares with white hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target and causes the target to ignite in flames. At the start of each, so small. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. If the target or creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, such as the target being submerged in water, the spell ends. So, I think all I would need to know right now is just add an extra 1d6 fire damage to my weapon whenever I swing at him. So, I'm going to swing at him again with Talon. But I casted Seared Smite on Talon, so I have an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Okay, roll to hit. Well, which one are you hitting?
One's kind of far away, right?
Yeah, one's about. Yeah, one that got knocked away he's about 5 feet away. He's not very far.
Oh.
The big guy about 5 extra feet away because you're standing pretty close to Syria.
The one I'm standing closer to. I'll hit him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Please. Woo! A 24. Not a nat 20. So it's 19 plus 5, so 24.
Oh, nice.
Okay, roll for damage.
Okay. And I gotta remember to roll. So after I get this next number, I have to do a 1d6 afterward to add to it. So this one is. Oh, it's an 11. And let me add 1d6.
I really don't have to actually do it.
A 6. So I guess 11 normal damage and 6 fire damage. So I don't know if I would add that to 17 or how that works.
17.
It's an 11, and then I had to add an
Yeah.
extra 1d6 of fire
So,
damage.
and you're hitting the smaller one, Sirax?
Yes.
Okay. Explain how he dies.
Whoa!
Okay, finally. All right, so okay, how can I do this? I stab him straight forward into the into his stomach,
Oh my
and then I just slice up, cutting like the upper half of his body in half. So like this.
And it's flaming too.
Becomes a
It's
flower.
flaming too, yeah.
It cauterizes the wound, bro.
Stabs into his belly, goes upwards, and as he cuts, his talon sword is searing white hot. And as it goes up, there's no blood gushing because it's cauterizing it as it goes up, and he kind of splits in half, kind of like this. The hair that's obviously it's singed, and his eyes are like bulging out.
Oh my god.
And he falls dead.
Grilled chicken. Grilled meat.
All right, Brockton, you are up.
Okay. Well, where am I from that guy?
Iriden, you're right there in the back with the shield 10 feet away. So you kind of sure my feet.
Okay. I'd like to try to attempt the same thing. Run up to him, slash him with my daggers.
Isn't that the big one though? With the
Yeah. Run away.
All right, roll it.
4.
All right. You run up to him. You go to slash with your daggers. It's actually not him. So roll again to hit. You have advantage.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me, Caleb?
So you run up to him. You go to slice while he's standing up. He quickly does a swipe up with his shield and sends you flying backwards. Dealing. Well, I don't know. Let me roll the hit. Two of these, right? Was it? Yeah, the two of these. 8 damage.
Not as bad as it could have been.
How you
All right,
feeling?
you are up.
How you feeling, Brocka?
All right.
Okay. Okay, that's good. At least you're not hurting.
Well, I'm hurt. But I'm alright. I'll pull through.
Okay, alright.
Alright,
I'd like to look around the battlefield really quick and get a gauge of where your allies
Yeah.
stand at.
I'm in the air. I'm still fine.
I know. Awesome. My sister just texted me to tell me my dad's in the hospital.
No, because of these finger guns. I was about to get right there.
I believe it.
Stop.
Yeah, I think your finger guns probably did the most damage so far, like especially knocking back that one guy.
That's gonna be my new thing. I have finger guns now.
Have you seen the old Disney movie Blackbeard's Ghost?
No.
There's a scene at the end where he has nothing special, but Blackbeard, no one else can see him but this one guy.
Yeah.
And Blackbeard's hitting people on the head, knocking them out. But the
You
other
mean-
guy is doing this, and they think he has finger guns. So, yeah.
Well, that'll probably never happen again.
Absolutely not. That's how it always works.
2 nat 20s
Yeah, that is crazy.
and then I ate on that one guy. And then
Yeah, kiss that side of the dice goodbye for the rest of the fucking session. You say anything?
Gonna find out.
Okay.
Okay, so you're looking around. So nobody say your HP, but like, how are you looking?
I'm slightly exhausted.
My shoulder hurts, but I'm good.
Looking like a limp biscuit.
Here,
I'm actually feeling really good.
I'm
and
pumped up.
He's listening.
you're looking at the brute and see a bead of sweat rolling down his forehead.
Okay.
That's about it.
I'm confident. I mean, we're good. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with bite.
Okay.
Watch out. He's strong up close.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Some more.
+2, right? 5.
All right. So you run up to him. You go to bite, and you look like a baby crocodile, kind of like biting onto a little stick. Not really doing anything. You're just kind of biting onto his armor, just kind of hanging there. And you're just kind of looking at him. He's giving you a mean glare, and you're just like, and you're biting onto him, and you're smuffling. Hi.
Damn
Um,
it.
how are you? All right, Amir, you're up.
All right.
Amir, save me.
Bow finger guns.
Okay.
I need that one. A 2. Roll it like
You rolled it bad.
a 7.
So you go. You take your your fingers. Roll for damage.
Damn.
A 4.
Yeah. You point. You shoot. You miss. The mushroom practice didn't really pay off as much as you thought it
So I was lucky.
would. All right.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
Here you are up next.
Come on, Kier. Come on.
So
No.
I want to say, if I was reading the spell correctly, uh, the spell ended because I killed that guy. So it's back to a normal Talon.
Sounds legit.
So I'll attack him with a normal Talon. So I'll do that. So roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay, you take Talon. You swing at him. And you miss. You hit him, but it kind of bounces off. Raka, you're up. You're about 15 feet away. Yeah, get back pretty far.
Let's try something different. Let's take my crossbow. Shoot my crossbow.
Okay, period.
Okay. So roll to hit.
Okay.
This is actually probably good.
Do I add the +6?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
Okay.
Oh my god.
For damage.
Oh. I thought he meant for you. Woo.
7.
Describe what happens.
I'm like, I like barely lift up the thing. I'm like so just kind of like hurt, and I like weakly pull the string back, and I'm just like, and I like wobble a little bit. I'm not even really aiming. It just kind of hits where it hits.
Job me.
Heck yeah!
All right, so my man's is limping. Guys, there's a crossbow bolt sticking out of his knee. I used to be an adventurer like him. There's a little sweat kind of on him, but this guy stands up. He's enraged. Adrenaline's pumping through him.
Fuck.
He's good to go. He's looking at Braca. He's pissed at you for shooting him in the knee. So he is going. Oh god. To. All right.
Oh, shit.
He is going. He's going to run up to Braca.
I love you, Braca.
I have faith in you, Braca. You got this.
What's your AC? What's your AC?
armor? It is 14.
Okay, so he takes out his spear. He goes to stab. He misses his first hit. He goes to hit again, and he stabs you, dealing.
No.
Ooh, what that be?
It's care.
Dealing 10 damage.
Oh wow.
Then he pulls the spear out, and he goes to stab you in your knee. And he kind of kicks you down, gets your leg, exposes it, and hits you for another 10 damage, so you just took 20 damage.
She's gone. Well, I'm not dead per se. Well, you see, I have this thing. When I drop to 1,
Okay, that's great.
so I'm at 1.
Oh wow. Okay.
Guy, you know, when I saw this, I was like, yes! This is gonna be great!
Alright. I was just an idiot.
Thing that you can pull through because I'm about to steal Braca.
I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little DM
I
knowledge.
have some health potions.
Well, actually, I won't split. Never mind. Y'all go on. Y'all keep doing your
Okay.
thing.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna call over really quick. Braca, can you take your health potions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go in with my scimitar.
Okay.
I'm literally gonna kill myself. 5.
Is that much to hit?
I don't think the hit added is gonna do much.
Mine's +6. So.
See where it.
Did you make that item? Or you actually got it? How do you spell that?
CIMITAR.
Yeah, 5.
Alright, so Akia goes to swing at him with her scimitar. She's standing right there, so she lets, obviously let loose, ask Braca that question. She goes to swing, and he just kind of goes,
Oh shit.
and goes backwards. Obviously not really feeling much of the effect with the bolt sticking out of his knee. Amir, you're up.
Alright. So finger guns again.
Come on.
But so both of them. I'm gonna aim both of Bro's knees.
There we go.
It's +3, by the way.
Hit with her hit.
An 11.
Okay, that's the first one.
A 4, bro.
So you aim at both of his knees, you shoot, and you miss.
Dude. Just broke.
Alright, it is Kira's turn.
Alright, so I call out to Braca. I'm like, Braca, how are you feeling? Like, do you need help?
I'm about to die.
Okay. I do cure wounds for Braca. And so it says a 1d8 plus 2. I guess whatever number that is how much hit points I give her.
Yep.
Alright. And it is. Okay. It is an 8. I rolled a 6 and plus 2, so 8.
Oh, I didn't know you could see your roll.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you earlier if you were on.
So how much do I have?
He gave you 8.
Just 8?
Yeah. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. And that's my whole turn, so.
Alright, so using a potion will take an action.
I figured.
So I hope you
But
have
it's-
what else.
Do cunning action.
This is hopefully if you want us to take the potion and then yeah, you want.
Well, the cunning action, I can only take it to dash, disengage, or hide.
Oh, dang it. I just realized I had a second level of Cure Wounds. I used the first level. I could have rolled another d8 for you.
Should he do that?
I think it's. Is it too late already?
I mean, I'm fine either way. I just don't know technically.
Well, let the dice decide.
Okay. Well, I am going to take my health potion. It's a lesser healing potion. So I doubt it gives me much. And is there anything around me I can, like, ignore?
Mushrooms.
I bind a mushroom.
Okay, so Brock runs away from the fight, limping like a wounded dog, and goes over to behind a mushroom. And she consumes a potion. And I believe these are D8s.
Oh. Dude. Gives me something, though. I'm not going to complain.
All right. My man's Tyrion is back up. He's looking at a mirror because he just tried to shoot at his knees, and he's pretty pissed. He also sees Aki kind of standing there, right next to him. So he kind of gets a smile on his face, and he said, "Let me show you what a bite really is supposed to feel like."
Oh no! Low.
What's your AC?
13.
All right.
Get my freaking
Here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's about to do some.
There, we need to end this.
For the sake of this.
I just need these to land.
You just need, yes.
Oh, that's 12.
Okay.
And it's 22. And 6. 28 points of damage.
Oh, man.
Okay.
How you looking?
A little below average, I say, but I'm
Are you standing?
I'm standing, and I'm getting mad.
So
So Aki is getting mad.
Tyrion takes his spear, and he goes, and he stabs him in the shoulder, rips it out, and then he goes, and he stabs her in her upper thigh or upper right thigh. And he said, "Let me show you. Let me do this." And he does this little spear stand up above, and he goes and stabs right through your left arm. He cuts right clean through your bicep. It's your turn.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try bite again. I can do that, right? It's just hungry jaws. I can't do more than once. We're gonna go with bite and hope for the fucking best.
Okay, roll it.
Please, Lord, please give me a 20.
If you can't tell us, listen.
It must be bad because I can't hear a thing, but I hear you yelling. Or I see you yelling.
What'd you get?
Take a guess.
A 1.
It's the same number I've rolled 3 times in a row. Fucking 5.
Okay. So you go, you bite him, and you go to bite his other arm. You're kind of hurting from your bicep wound there and the other stabs he gave you, and don't really pierce anything. Mir, you're up.
Amir,
You got
please,
this. You got
Lord.
this, Amir. You got this.
Okay, yeah. Here, do it on. Yeah, let's. Okay.
So I'm aiming at like bro's forehead with both these.
Yes.
And he swear. Just leave like one, bro. We haven't done damage to this guy in 3 turns. A 2! Oh!
You point at him, you shoot, and you miss. Now he's looking at you because this is the second time you've tried this and missed, and he's just like, "Oh, man, this is easy pickings."
Okay, bro.
All right, Carrie, you're up.
Skipping me?
Care.
All right.
Please.
All right. Braca, how are you feeling? I'm kind of going around and I'm asking everyone real quick. How are you feeling?
He's hiding behind a mushroom, so if you yell out, his spirit's gonna know where.
Yeah, don't expose your location. I don't know, or do it depends.
I'm still pretty good. I've just been chilling.
I'm gonna go. Can he see me?
Where he is. Yeah, if you suck your arm. Yeah.
So
But with the other.
I just see you do this.
Oh.
And can Akia see me, like, or hear me whenever I don't have to yell out, but
Yeah, Aki can hear you.
all
I'm
right.
just gonna groan in response because I'm kind of feeling it, but I'm like trying to hang in there.
Oh man, I don't know if I should do cure wounds or if I should attack this guy, but I feel like attacking this guy ain't gonna do anything either.
Just attack.
Attack. We need to get his
Okay.
HP down.
I'll go like this.
All right, let me see if I can do Sear and Smite again.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and give y'all some insider knowledge. Y'all haven't even gotten him down halfway yet.
Oh my
Just
Just let one of these motherfuckers land. Please.
I actually don't think he's 75% of the way.
Well, we've only hit him once.
That is true.
And it was for 8 damage.
Guys,
Okay. I'm looking at my hybrid form.
So
He was
this
going
happened.
slow mo. Did you see that?
I did.
Wait, if I turn into my hybrid form, does that take an action or?
for the sake of this fight, I'll let you do it.
All right, I turn into my hybrid form.
Okay. So you summon the beast from within. You don't quite let it consume you, and you get a lot hairier. You start to form a bit of a kind of a snout, but not much. Your friends know kind of what's going on, but you kind of look normal. Your fingernails get longer. Your teeth sharpen. You have pointed ears now. Your hair grows out a little bit, but your armor's still on you.
Okay.
I want some of this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm reading about it right now. Okay, so I want to read this out real quick. It says terrifying transformation. I don't know if this is going to affect this guy, but I'll read it real quick and let you decide. When you shift into hybrid form, every creature of your choice that is within 60 feet and that can see you transform. Actually, no, he can't see me. He didn't see me transform, did he?
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind. This doesn't do anything.
Oh, wait, what does it do?
Oh, what's up?
What does it do?
So, okay, I'll read it real quick. It's a small paragraph. When you shift into hybrid form, every creature of your choice that is within 60 feet and that can see you transform must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of you until the end of its next turn. You can use this trait once and regain its use when you finish a long rest. The saving throw DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. Other werewolves are immune to this trait.
Spiridon looks at you. He sees you transform, that whole transformation scene happen. He was kind of frowning before, then he smiles. Looking like he's about to have the time of his life.
That's different.
Now, I don't know if that was an action or if that was just what happened as I was transforming.
That just happened while you're transforming, so you can
Okay.
still attack.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to do Sear and Smite on Talon again. So that's an extra 1d6 fire damage. And I'm gonna read the rest of this because I doubt this is going to kill him. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. If the target or a creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect outs the flames, such as the target being submerged in water, the spell ends. So I don't know if this really want to affect this guy, but I'm casting Sear Smite on Talon, and I'm going to attack with Talon.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Good luck.
Man, okay. Actions. Wow, that's bad. Now let me look at the werewolf thing just to see. You have advantage on strength checks in this form. You retain the same amount. Okay, actually nothing I gain really affects this. I got a 9 to hit.
Yeah, you miss. So you go to hit him with your Talon. You swing, and he's just kind of smiling. It's like, ha ha ha, Wolfman, fight me. And you swing, and he jumps back, and he's like, you have to do better than me. And he takes his shield and his spear, and he just starts backing it. He's like, come on!
Aki, can't you become a Wendigo?
Can I? Will it take a turn? No. Okay.
But it is Brockus' go.
Okay. He doesn't see me.
Right.
How close is he to me?
Not 20 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this to you. A sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 3d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack. What does that mean?
Means right now you can hit him and you have advantage.
But do I have advantage?
He can't see you, so you have
Says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. So
it's just him. So it sounds like if you succeed or on a hit die, you can roll twice. And you do 86 extra damage. If you attack with finesse.
okay, so what I'm gonna do
this. I really hope you hit this.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my crossbow again. Kind of same thing as before, just like weakly. My arms are tired, I'm sore. Could probably barely see. I'm gonna aim at him, shoot, and then I'm gonna use my sneak attack, which is an extra 3d6. And is it possible to take my cunning action and maybe hide behind another mushroom without him seeing me? Like wait maybe until he's like looking around? No.
So you use an action.
Sneak attack isn't an action.
So, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so the first action is my action. Sneak attack says no action, and then the fact.
So you can do that.
Okay.
Roll to hit with advantage. No, I really hope you hit this because they all need that.
So let's do it through here because I can add it with my +6. And you said with advantage? So the first one is a 23.
Oh, you don't have to roll. Are you sure? To hit.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, so roll for damage on your crossbow.
Please. Please.
7.
Okay.
Okay,
now roll
I'll
for
take
D6.
that.
Fuck.
On all of them? That's all of them added together?
All of them are added together. It was a 5, 1, and a 6.
Okay. Alright. So Brock kind of appeared from behind the mushroom, takes her crossbow, aims, shoots. While he's fashioned his shield at you care. And actually like hits him in the back of the shoulder, because he's kind of turned towards you. And it pierces right through his armor. And he lets out a mighty groan. He's just like, ah!
Okay.
He took some damage on that one. That
Oh,
one
nice. No, this is our.
Hey, Matt, but okay, I love how I do this, and it's still
19.
no. That's not, I love how I do this. All right. Looking around, trying to see what hit him. Let's find her. All right. And he guesses that you are behind mushrooms. So he and he starts heading that way, but he sees Amir, points his attention back at him, and is like, so he pulls. This man's got a couple spears. All right, so he takes out his 2 more spears and he chucks them at you. Hit. What's your AC?
11.
Okay, so he chucks the first spear at you, and it soars and it goes right between your legs.
Oh.
Okay.
The second spear soars and it pierces through your chin.
Okay. We can take that though.
And this guy does. It's this one. All damage.
It's not that bad. That's your first hit, right?
All right, Ake, you're up.
Wendigo! Wendigo!
Okay, I do have a question before I turn into the Wendigo. What kind of attacks can I do? Or just can I attack as a Wendigo? Or is my like magic better? Or like is there any thing like that?
Fuck my shin. I have an arrow through it. Like, how is a carrot taking any damage?
I just texted you.
I have a high AC class of 18.
Oh shit.
Hey, I have a question. What's a reaction?
I think that's where whenever, like, for example, the bad guy acts, if you have it already set, you can react to it. So it's almost like a bonus action, but afterward.
Yeah, so like, if you have like an ability that lets you parry or something, like an attack that hit it, you can react to parry the attacks and stuff.
So if somebody tries to hit me, I can react to it.
If you have a reaction, the thing would say this can be used as like a reaction.
I have,
Or you can for a
I have
reaction.
uncanny dodge. I didn't know that.
There you go.
So
Okay.
when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack,
Well,
you can use your reaction to. I
Okay.
was just asking about it.
Okay.
So, if I use pounce, does that like also include like the multi attack?
Oh my god, I have so many things I don't know. I didn't know I had.
Yeah, it's like how I have my reaction is opportunity attack. So that's where I can only use it if someone's running away from us, like a bad guy, and after they run
And
away, I get to
in
see
a,
them.
Standing right.
but like, okay. And the question is, but I mean, I can still pounce on him, right? Or would I have to move 20 feet?
You'd have to move 20 feet for that.
So, is it possible to like move back 10 forward 10?
Yeah.
Okay. And additionally, would he be surprised that I've turned into a Wendigo?
I don't think so because Carrie's already kind of transformed in front of him, so he's probably.
Okay. Then yeah, I want to do that. So I want to do I want to like kind of jump back like to prepare for my pounce and then jump forward 10 feet onto him and do my multi attack, my bite and my claws. And yeah.
So Akia transforms into a familiar sight that y'all have seen before. This Wendigo. Instead, she's got these greenish, bluish flames kind of on her antlers. Smaller than the one that y'all have seen, but still frightening. She runs back 10 feet and then tries to get into a little pouncing state. Does like a little cat rabbit tail thing where she's about to go and run at him. And she goes and she jumps. Roll the hit.
And that's D20?
Real quick, I don't know if y'all know this. We cannot see y'all unless y'all put it off on purpose.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing he just sent me.
Okay.
19. Okay. Oh, and then that's what? +5?
So that one hits, so now to the plus.
Okay. Okay. Come on, one more, please. That's all I want. 17 plus
Okay.
5.
22.
Oh no, yeah, +5. Okay, and that's D10. 2 times?
Let's see. Your first one, no, sorry. Claws is 2d6s.
Okay. 2d6s roll. 7. And then
Plus 3, so that's 10. Okay.
Okay. And that's
2d8.
5.
Plus 3, that's 8. Okay. Then on hit, the target must succeed on the DC 13 Constitution saving throw or take an additional 2d8 necrotic damage. So my man's gonna make a Constitution saving throw, and he passes.
Oh, fuck.
Of course he does.
So she leaps at him. She begins clawing at him and takes a big chunk out of his other shoulder. My man's is hurt.
Good.
He's mine.
Come on now. I'm here.
I need these.
Alright.
These need to hit.
Amir, you are up.
Alright. So, the arrow went through my shin. Or is it in my shin? One or two.
It's
Okay, it went
you
through.
can pull it.
So, Amir is fuming. Fuck up his shin.
As
So
you
he's
should.
mad. So he yells. He yells at bro. Like, you son of a... And so, both finger guns up for the 7th time, I feels like. Just allow to hit. That's 12.
Come on.
And 8.
So you go and you shoot, and you miss.
Oh man.
Care, you are up.
Okay. So I was reading about the Searing Smite. It lasts for about 1 minute. So
I don't have
every turn's what, about like 6 seconds or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Searing Smite's still on Talon. I'm gonna swing again.
Okay, roll the hit.
Shit.
Come on, please. 9, the same thing I got last time.
I have to roll twice.
Roll a 9.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you miss.
At this point, I'm yelling at this guy like, ah! Every time I swing. Ah! Like that. Like in slow motion. Even though I miss, but yeah.
Rocket, you're up.
Bro is probably having the time of his life.
Oh, yeah,
You know
he's...
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he currently looking at me?
Yeah.
You just got a problem.
Can I use my bonus action first? I'm trying to make one. It doesn't say anything in here. It says it goes action. Well,
I want to say a bonus action can be like right
You can-
before, during, or even after your action. It's the reaction that has to be done after someone else's action.
Okay. And before I go, I got a question. A critical hit is 20, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How close is it to me?
See, Kara sees that what the enemy just did. He's like, no. Kara's wanting him to like look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, I'm just gonna do the same thing with my bow. That seems to be working for me.
Might be able to pull out the longbow.
And I'm going to and shoot. I have a little more energy this time because I seem to be like doing good with my bow. So I kind of like quickly do it. I'm a little happier about it.
Okay, roll the hit.
Come on, Kayla.
you got this, Braca.
13.
Oh.
Oh.
So she shoots at him and the bullet goes soaring past.
Hell yeah. Can I take a bonus action to maybe run a little further away?
Sure.
Just as far as I can get.
Okay. So you can get up to 50 feet.
And how far away from him am I right now?
20 feet. So you'd have 30 feet for full movement.
How far does... And that would put me...
50 feet away from
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you do that. So he is looking at the Wendigo because that's the only one that did any damage to him. And he's mad, so he is going to bash you with his shield. So he runs at you. And he goes to bash you with his shield. What's your AC?
13.
Better on...
Can I dodge?
Can
I dodge?
Can you dodge?
Can I dodge?
You have a reaction.
The reaction.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Where do I look for that? Oh, I see action. I see reactions. Oh, okay. So I have interact with an object. Can I grab it? Can I grab his shield and push him back?
Try though.
Can I just grab his shield? Be in a stalemate?
Come
You
on!
said you could do anything.
It's a
You
reaction!
wanna alright, you wanna do a strength off?
Yes, I want to do a strength off. I'm in a Wendigo form.
Fine. Well, he still bashes you.
Okay, that's fine.
8. Another 8, so that's 16 damage.
Okay.
On his third bash, are you still up?
Huh?
Are you still up?
Yeah, barely.
On his third bash, he goes to swing, and you are kind of bloody. You're beaten to the ground. And you go, oh, and you reach out a hand. And you try to stop it. You're gonna roll against me for strength. It's just strength.
Okay. Guys, can I get a word of prayer before we do this?
Apollo.
Don't say that! Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna. Wait. That did. Okay. Thought it was a 1. 7.
What's your strength?
What was it?
Strength.
2. 8. 9.
He's stronger.
I want to say you should be able to click just strength and it would roll for you and add it automatically.
He's stronger than you. You managed to take the impact tech. So you take
Oh, fuck. I'm dead, guys.
3 damage.
Oh, okay.
How are you feeling, Akia?
Not good! Not good at all! Like I'm about to die, really.
Oh man, you got this, Amir. You just got to get one good hit. Well, maybe 2 good hits. Yeah.
That's a lot. You're asking quite a lot of me.
You got a double nat 20 earlier, though. I mean, it could happen again.
Yeah, and now my dice are just like, yeah, no, never. It's like never again.
Hello.
All right. So he hovered over her, like, because you said she was laying down. So where am I at to him? Like, am I behind him? Would I catch him off guard? I'm in the air.
Well, you're hovering above in the air. What are you doing?
Okay, he still sees me. Okay.
How far in the air is he?
I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of said I flew up. So we'll go like,
Yeah. All right. So,
2.
Aki, it's your turn.
Okay,
Is it her turn?
Yes.
unfortunately. Okay, I'll just cast. Can I cast Healing Word on myself? I can't do that.
Here, when to go?
It's not his turn for a while. Can I run away to where Braca is?
You can run 30 feet. Well, I think one day. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
40 feet.
Can I go to Braca? Do you have any healing spells? Healing potions?
And a healing potion.
Can I have it? Thank you.
All right. So that's a D8.
Fuck.
We'll just let it happen because y'all are getting beat up pretty bad right now.
Yes.
Can you not give a healing?
I'm letting her run that way and take it.
Oh.
Technically only 40 feet, so lots of other people shot the healing potion towards her and she caught it.
Okay.
Well, D8.
Or
All right, you gain 4 hit points.
okay.
All right, Amir, you're up.
You got
Okay.
this, Amir.
The
Double nat.
finger gun.
Why don't you use your gun?
We don't have no ammo.
Shoot style. That's why he taught you shoots.
So, I'm sitting there, I'm kind of looking at him. And just see what's going on. I'm going to aim at him. Take a deep. Oh, 4. I missed.
All right, so misses with shoot style.
I mean, we both know he's not he doesn't have expertise in it yet.
You just got
I
it.
need to flip this dice when we're done.
I don't know what that means.
You need to see how it's rolling.
See like where the weight in it's at.
What? Roll again.
A 16!
Alright, there you go. Roll another.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so
You know what?
you hold on to that one. Don't use the other one. 16. Alright, so roll for damage on the one.
A 2. 2.
I think I told you it does something else, right? Does it
No.
do something? Oh.
This is 1
It's
d8 for damage.
Oh yeah. So you shoot him. Go ahead.
Oh.
You did damage though. That's the important.
2.
Alright,
You don't know.
you're
He
up.
could be at 5. Could
We've
be at.
only landed 1 attack since we said that he's not even at 75 yet. We've landed 1.
You want to know he's underneath 50%.
Oh, okay.
We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. As long as we could just stay alive.
We just gotta grind. Alright,
The hardest roll ever.
So Akia, how are you feeling? I know you're probably about to die.
Yeah, not feeling too great.
I will do. Wait, actually, wait. What?
Attack him. I'd rather him have I'd rather him be almost dead, and me be hiding. I'm hiding right now. So just, I don't know if I am or not. But anyway,
You are.
I'm hiding. So just attack him. I'll figure it out. Just get him dead.
Okay. All right. Let me. Where is the placement of everyone?
So, Braca and Aki are behind some mushrooms. Mir is up in the air, kind of floating, about 15 feet up into the air. So, with the hot news that from where he is, actually he's 15 feet away, diagonally from Tyrden. And you are about 10 feet away from Tyrden. Or no, 5 feet away from Tyrden.
And so, Kair's facing him. Is
What are you looking
Akia, Braca, and
for? Solo over here.
Akia, Braca, and Amir, are they kind of on the other side or kind of behind?
They're kind of behind you.
Okay. I want to cast on Talon Thunderous Smite.
Mm.
Because I don't think this is going to hit anyone else. The first time, so here's the paragraph. The first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you.
Okay.
The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. So I want to cast Thunder and Smite on Talon, and then I'm going to swing with Talon against him.
Okay, roll ahead.
All right, let me. Okay, so Thunder Smite. Okay. Oh wow, 7.
Yeah, you miss.
You don't say.
Why are you stirring the water?
Making them something up.
Oh, you added salt. Nice.
You miss.
Check this
you're
one
up.
too.
I just yell at him. Ah!
Me?
Yep.
Super chill.
Just floating dice.
Well,
Stressed, guys.
he's under 50%. So I mean, we're going to get this eventually, like you
Okay.
said.
I am going to use my crossbow again.
Huh?
What have you been rolling about?
When have I?
What have you
What?
been rolling about?
Like, really anything below, like, 10.
I think you just have shit luck, dude.
Check. Where'd it go?
What you should
the one that
do
was right here?
what you should do is hold the dice in your hands and like just to test it out. Let's say the 20's facing up and just drop it and just see like do that like 3 times in a row.
He has it in water. So
An
wait.
8.
And do it like 2 more times and just see if it tends to be around that same number. So then you'll know, all right,
A 13.
okay. And you're starting from the same position each time, right? Okay.
A 9.
And now what I would do is change up the position and drop it like that 3 times and see. Because I guess if you drop it like that, it still counts as a roll.
What?
Middle dash certificate. That's fine.
Really? Okay. Well,
A 14.
I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
All right.
I am going to.
A 19.
Oh, okay. So you're starting to see a little tactic here. Okay.
A 10.
Well, so far all those have been like pretty much the same or better.
Yeah.
So.
What is the use an object action? Can that be used for like potion?
Yes, I think it's
Well-
like I think it's like if you use a potion or like rope or whatever. I don't think
Because it's technically fast hand. It says
No, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't really have a use. It's like a rock, chair.
because it says you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action and make a sleight of hand check, use your thieves' tools, or disarm a trap, block, or take a use an object. I mean, I'll go with whatever you say. I'm just wondering if, like, technically you can pick up a rock and throw it. Could I also technically grab my potion and use it? Yeah. Okay. Well, I am going to use my crossbow and shoot at him, and then I'm going to use my fast hands and take another potion.
Okay, so roll ahead.
$13.
It misses.
Okay. But I still get to take my potion. And it was 1d8, right?
Yes.
One.
Okay. All right, it is Tyrion's turn. So he's looking at a mirror.
Of course.
He runs. He goes and collects his spears. So he's run away from you guys. And he grabs spears. And he goes to chuck them up at Amir. What's your
11.
11? All right, so he throws the spears, and he misses both times. All right,
That's good.
Akia, your turn.
All right, so I want to cast. Can I cast? I can't cast in Druid. Yeah, or Wendigo. Can I get out of Wendigo form and then cast it?
Go.
Okay, so I want to cast Mass Cure Wounds That includes me? Do I get to cure my wounds? Since it's a point of 60, 30 feet. And it's up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius?
Can you choose?
Yes. So me, Raka, Amir, and Care.
What are you doing? No, roll a d20.
Did I miss anybody?
Roll a d20.
18.
Nice.
You heal him too, or whatever you do.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You beat me, so you know you don't.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay.
So you're healing it?
Yes. And then I have to do it is also it says so each target regains hit points equal to 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. And then it says at higher levels, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the healing increases by 1d8 for each slot level above the 5th.
What's your spellcasting level?
What level are you?
If you're using D&D Beyond, it doesn't allow you to have like all your spells in it. So there's some spells that have to go into the book.
Mm-hmm. So how do I know my spell casting thingy?
I think it
Is
depends.
that just
Let me see.
What level spell slots do you have available?
I think that's like what, 4 or 5? No. Alright, so
So, like, we have access to 2nd level spells, 3rd level spells.
just 3d8.
Yeah.
Three.
Oh,
Hey, that's nice. Okay, a 20.
nice.
What's the range on it? 30 feet?
Yes.
Only you and Brock would get the effect.
So
You're 40 feet away. You all right next to each other.
That's right. Forgot about that. Okay.
Only Braca and Akia get the effect.
Okay, so how much is it?
20.
Damn.
Oh, Riley, I just noticed something. I'll share my screen real quick. I guess I gained this whenever I leveled up.
I'm feeling good.
Right?
Okay. And I didn't know this, but each action, I actually get to do 2 attacks. I don't know if you see that.
What the fuck?
Damn it, Janet.
You know it's never going to be what you asked for, so you might as well just ask for it.
So I remember reading that the paladin after a certain like levels,
Where's he at? I can't
they
see
can do
him.
2 attacks per action.
Not in it.
Wait, can y'all not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Okay. But I just realized that this whole time I could have done 2 attacks per action. So now I know.
Where is it at? Where does it say that?
So right here, do you see this?
Oh.
And I remember reading about the paladin after, I don't know if it's level 5 or 6, I get to do 2 attacks per action. And I have not been doing that. So I'm going to start doing that.
What's the deal? Who's up?
me.
Okay.
These things again.
You
You have
got this.
nothing else?
I don't want 18.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, roll for damage on the 1.
A 4.
All right, so you shoot at him. Give him a finger. What your next finger?
Shoot him in the knee.
Oh, okay. You shoot him in the knee.
The knee that's already.
The knee that's already wounded.
Nice. And then I yell, "Fuck you!"
And he yells, "Fuck you!" I think it's 4 damage. All right. Here, you're up.
Okay. So, Aki and Baraka, are y'all feeling pretty good?
Yes.
Much
yes,
better.
feeling great, actually.
All right. I know you're feeling pretty good, Amir. You're just pissed off. You're not doing so good like I am. All right. So, I still have. Let me read up on Thunder Smite real quick.
I got a question. For my spell save DC, is the proficiency bonus the one for Arcana? Like, what is the proficiency bonus? Plus intelligence. I know what my intelligence is. Excuse me. And then it's the same thing for my spell attack modifier. Here, bro. Mom.
No, you should have a proficiency.
No, it's not. No. No, it's still the same thing for Arcana. Okay, so
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I still have Thunderous Smite on my weapon, and I'm gonna attack him. But now I know I can do 2 attacks per action. So roll to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Please be. Oh wow. My first swing is a 7. So I
Hey,
guess.
miss.
Okay, so I'll do it again. Come on, be higher, be higher. A 9.
Yeah, you miss.
Wow.
What is going on?
So pretty much, I just did this. I missed
Yeah.
both times.
You know, float your computer in salt water now.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Baraka, you're up.
okay. I'm gonna do something a little different. And I hope I can do this. Because it's new for me, because I got to add more. I'll use a spell.
Okay.
I'll use Ray of Friction.
the way Riley looked, he was like, okay.
And it's a ray of sickening greenish energy that lashes out towards a creature within range. The range is 60 feet. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned until the end of your next turn.
So does it take half damage on a successful save?
No?
Oh, wait, no, I have to go with his spell save. Okay.
I think it just says on a failed save, it's also poison. So if it's not a failed save, if it doesn't fail the constitution, it's just not poison. It still takes the damage.
All right, go ahead and cast it. Totally.
Okay.
You got this,
How-
Brocka.
Come on, Bronca.
Cast that spell.
What do I roll? Do I
No, never
roll a
mind, never mind,
d20?
never mind. You can start.
Oh. Okay, and then I do have to roll, right? For the 2d8, right? Well,
Okay. And he has to roll Constitution. What's your spell save?
17.
Okay. He fails. He is poisoned.
Nice.
So Brocka shoots a sickening green light out towards him, and it blasts him. Can you count how much damage?
12.
Okay. And he is poisoned.
So what does that mean?
Yeah. He will have disadvantage on attack roll.
Nice.
Where you guys
Way earlier.
go?
New strat.
Until the end of the next turn, right?
Sorry, because our magic user wasn't really magicking.
Alright. So Tyranidan sees the direction of the light, but he realizes that he won't make it out there. So he turns towards Care, and he takes his spear and he goes to stab.
Sorry, Care. Is my camera off?
That's a
It's been
20.
off
That's
this
a
whole
20.
time.
That's a 20.
Or 19. It's
20.
What is it? What is it?
20.
Oh,
All right, so the first hit is 16 damage.
16 damage.
Second hit misses.
oh,
His third hit. Six damage. 22 in total.
So you said 6 damage?
22 in total.
Okay.
So his entire, all that attack was 22 damage. All right. Akia. Currently 40 feet away.
okay. Hair, how are you feeling?
I'm actually right in the middle.
Oh, wait. Time out. Undo that.
Me?
Undo that. Yep. Undo that damage.
Okay.
My bad. He's poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe we just forgot.
Okay, so that was the 20. That was a 1. So we missed. The second one. What's your AC? 16, right?
18. I have a shield.
18?
Yeah. It's 16, but the shield's plus 2.
Meets it, it beats it. Okay, so now I hit you with 6 damage.
Okay. 6 damage.
Yeah, so we only hit you for 6 damage.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Braca.
Now that's your turn up.
Okay.
See, status effects do things.
Okay. I don't think that's I'm gonna do can I take a minute to like see my positions of my teammates? Where's everyone at?
Rocket is 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
Carrot 50 feet away from you. And Mir is 55 feet away from you.
I gotta work. Hold on.
In terms of position, Care and Mir are kind of behind him at the moment, and he's standing in between kind of the group.
Okay, so okay. So I want to cast hallucinatory terrain on him. And I want to make him seem like he's like on slippery ice, and so like he kind of stumbles and like can't catch it. He can't quite walk right. He's like he doesn't attack right.
Okay.
Can I only cast it on him?
Let's
Um, it says target 150-foot cube in range.
Oh, so it's gonna look like it.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Can I just get one that will help me out? And you said I'm 40 feet away from him, correct? 40? 50. Okay, I'm gonna cast Dust Devil. So it says any creature, this is a 60-foot range. Any creature that ends its, choose an unoccupied 5 foot of air, foot? Oh my god. Foot of air that you can see within range. An elemental force that resembles a dust devil appears in that cube and lasts for the spell's duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the dust devil must make a saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage and push 10 feet away. So I want to kind of push, like put it on his 5 feet and then push him away from the rest of my teammates if I can. Okay. Please, please, please. Nat 20.
Oh, it just happens.
Oh. For real?
Dang,
Yeah.
Dang.
can she reserve that nat 20 for the next thing?
Oh. Now I have to roll damage. That's what you're asking me. Huh. Okay, wait.
Could the nat 20 go for the damage?
What does it say? So they make a saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage.
What's the save?
Um, uh,
A strength.
strength.
What's the spell save?
What? 1d8?
What's your spell save modifier?
Where's that at?
So, I'm trying to find it for you too. If you go to D&D Beyond, click spells, and right below that, it should tell you. Actually, no, never mind. It doesn't tell you. It just says.
Save.
Is it?
What you say?
Yeah.
Save
15.
DC 15.
Okay, he fails.
Nice. Okay. So he takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Please, please, please. Oh my god, 3.
Okay. So a dust devil appears in front of them, and he is knocked back 10 feet. Let's see the rock in the head.
Oh, yay!
And is taking some damage.
Nice.
All right, Amir, you're up. All right, shoot style again. All right.
I swear.
Yeah, try that.
Next.
All right. So he misses again. Here, you're up.
Okay, can I look at this guy and kind of see how bad off he is? If he, I know you earlier said he's like under 50%.
He's pretty bloody and beaten.
Okay, I think I still have Thunder Smite on. I'm gonna swing twice again.
All right, roll to hit.
Come on, Care.
15 is my first one.
Wow.
Okay, that one misses.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
What?
All right, here's my second one.
Come on.
Nat 20
Yay!
and a 25. Do you want me to screen share? I'll show you.
No, just do the max damage.
Max damage. Okay. So. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Wow. Okay, let me redo that because that's. All right, so 2d8. So you said max damage, right? So that's 16 plus 5. That's 21. And then with the Thunderous Smite, that's 2d6. So that's 12 plus 21, 33.
How do you want to do it? This kills him, by the
Oh, finally. Gosh.
way.
Okay. Let's see.
Describing great gruesome detail.
Okay, so this is Thunderous Smite. Alright. So. So, yeah, swing twice. Oh, no, so the first swing is the one that misses, but the second one's the one that hits him. So the second swing. I, like, lunge forward. I stab him, like, right here in the chest. I imagine I go through his bones. And I, like, slam him to the ground. And then that's when the thunder, like, the implosion just goes crazy. But, like, away from us, though.
Okay.
I imagine he just, like, disintegrates.
Yep, and his organs disintegrate inside. You actually see some of his entrails kind of litter amongst the ground. It's a mushroom. Some blood splatter actually gets on Amir's forehead. And yeah, he is dead. That ends combat.
That nat 20. Oh, man, thank God.
Good job, everyone.
But that took 2 hours. 2 damn
And
hours.
he wasn't even a boss. He was just one of 2, like, minions.
Oh my god.
Oh, Kara turns back to human form because he doesn't want to stay.
it.
Kara doesn't want to stay in hybrid form.
Why does
Wait.
he look like that?
Show.
I don't know if you can see it.
Wait,
I can see it on my.
who is that?
Good job. He is dead.
Ugh, fuck.
But yeah, Kara turns back to human because he doesn't want to stay in hybrid form.
All right, who wants to loot the brute?
Me. Always me.
I figured you
Might
would
as well
say
assume.
Go
Brock-
ahead and loot them.
Braka loots and Akia eats.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything?
Go ahead and loot him. I set this up for you.
Kind of scary.
He's gonna have like barbed pockets or something. Okay. Well, shimmy on over. Do my best to loot him.
All right, you reach inside his pockets. His pockets are barbed, as you suspected, and you take 60 necrotic damage.
What?
You take 60 damage.
60?
Yeah.
I thought he said 16.
Okay. So you find 3 silver pieces,
Hell yeah.
which is
Take it.
basically like nickels.
Yeah.
To give you this, this guy wasn't stacked. You find a sylvan spear.
Hold on.
And then something you might want to tell the group about. You find a deck of cards in a box. Like a small, like a thing.
Hey guys, I found a deck of cards.
Now is not the time to play games, Braka.
Since you opened
Let me just like do a good check of the box. Shake it up a little bit.
you hear cards rustling inside.
Lick it. Maybe throw it at the ground.
Card box.
Oh, I'm gonna open up the box.
Okay, she goes to open up the box and she is unable to open it.
I wanna take my dagger.
Okay, you attempt to cut open the box and you're unable to cut it.
Here, you try to open this, Akia. Use your brute strength.
I'm trying to bite it.
Chips your tooth.
Oh.
Shit.
Ouch.
Amir at a distance.
Lighting this thing up.
You're shooting at it, it does nothing to it.
Okay,
I want to
take the
cast.
box.
Well, I was going to cast. Thing was it called?
Magic, maybe.
It's where I can. Yeah, I can detect. Yeah, but where's it at?
I think that's what it's called, is it not?
Just do an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
All of us?
Just James.
What? Oh wait, what? What'd you say?
Just do an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay.
This is a special item I set up, so
11.
good enough. You sense a lot of magic emanating from this box. One would say a wondrous amount of magic.
All right, y'all. I sense a
Very
wondrous.
powerful.
Can I
Alright.
try something?
All right, y'all. I sense a wondrous amount of magic. Yes.
Can I get healed at some point?
Oh yeah.
Pretty please.
Can I?
I could do cure wounds.
Oh, do you want to cure him?
Just need help. I'm at 22.
22.
Like, y'all are about also a day away from.
Wait,
to take a long rest.
When we
right?
rest, we can like heal, right? Okay.
Okay, never mind.
I would like to take the box, walk over to the man, use his hands, manipulate his hands to try to open the box.
Smart. Doesn't work.
You want to try to wake up Nozel?
But inspiration.
Yeah, that was great.
Apparently, I still have inspiration, just did not feel right using it because I can't remember when I got it.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you have inspiration. That's a good idea.
Y'all want to try to wake up Nozel?
Yes.
Can I pee on him?
Go for it.
Yes. This is your moment, Amir.
I'm stand over him? Like, not how he was standing. I'm standing like his body.
All right.
It's like this.
So you do that.
Let me help you with that. I want to open Nozel's mouth.
All right. You open Nozel's mouth.
I'm pissing it.
And you're pissing, and you hear. And he wakes up. And he's like, "What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man?
Why did you pee on me?
Why did you pee on me?
You
I woke you up.
had to piss on me. Just stay awake."
Well, the two guys are dead.
Two guys.
The one that put you asleep.
Is that the other one? I now remembered. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nozel's kind of looking at you, fussing with you. He's like, "What?"
Hey, while you're doing that, can I cast Divine Sense? That's what I actually meant to say. Divine Sense on that card box. This will detect.
Okay.
I know there's already magic.
Alright, go ahead and cast Divine Sense.
All right, so I cast Divine Sense on the card. Like, I already know it's magic infused. I'm just trying to find out if it's evil or good. And so, yeah, I cast Divine Sense on it.
Alright, so when you cast Divine Sense, you sense a mixture of evil and good. You sense 52 different variations of evil and good in different orders. You take it that this is a neutral item, and it depends on whoever uses it.
Okay, y'all, this is a neutral item. 52 different magics in here.
These cards, like, are these Kana's cards?
Hmm?
Kana's cards?
They're not.
Good and stuff.
Inspiration.
Times two! But no, these are not cards. Kind of. I guess. But, alright, so you're gonna go. Sorry, so he's gonna go loot Syrax. Alright, so you find 2 gold pieces.
Hell yeah.
And a tube that contains a scroll.
A scroll of fireballs.
No.
Yeah.
You open it.
I want to use what little arcana I have to do an arcana
You
check.
sense no magic. Not many people.
Okay, I'll open the scroll.
Okay. Alright. So you reading the scroll, it is written in Sylvan. From the little bit that you can read, you see mentions of the word captor, You see the name Iridescent. You see the name Sealy Court. You see Planar Portal, the word Shadowfell, and then you see the name Felix Old. And at the bottom, you see a wax painting with some words scribbled on it. And all you see the name, only word you can make out.
A picture of a waning moon.
Does anyone else want to attempt to read it?
I want to give it to Nozel. Let Nozel peek at it.
Okay, want Nozel to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nozel takes the scroll, he reads it out loud, and it is it's a set of instructions in order, instructing the capture of Iridescent to use ransom for the Sealy Court. They are trying to gain access to a royal planar portal to travel to the Shadowfell and the Material Plane. It also instructs them to capture a man named Felix Uldrich, who is the Unseelie Court Prince, for the same purpose to be used against the Unseelie Court. And it is signed by the Order of Midnight.
Why do we know that name?
Uldrich.
Old. What's the name?
Felix?
No, what's the name of the order?
Order of Midnight.
What does that mean, Nozel?
Order of Midnight. I
Cool.
at all. But I do know Felix. When he was a child, and he is the prince of the Unseelie Court.
Ow.
What's concerning to me is they're wanting to travel to the Shadowfell.
What's that?
What's the shadow?
So for player talk, Shadowfell is big purgatory.
Okay.
Oh shit.
No purgatory.
Love that.
So there's lots of dark beings there, and the fact that they want access to the material plane too.
It's not fun.
Yeah, no, not fun. It seems like they must be trying to go after something in the Shadowfell.
Is there anyone to your knowledge that needs to see this?
Hmm?
Is there anyone to your knowledge that needs to see this?
Maybe his
Probably my mother.
Oh,
We should bring it to her then.
we should bring it to her.
All right, and remember when we do that, we hear us up. I didn't do the thing.
Oh yeah.
I
Gotcha.
just woke up.
Got
Well, think there's bigger fish to fry.
Can I do something?
How are we doing?
What kind of armor is the guy wearing?
We killed.
It's all torn, but the one is wearing studded leather armor. The brute, the other one's just wearing cloth.
I need new armor.
How are we gonna get there? We killed the two people.
I'll grab.
Who's feeling the best? Yes.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling
Moderate.
I'm not max, but
pretty
I'm
exhausted. Pretty
I
exhausted.
think Cash should drive.
Me as well.
We should nap, maybe.
All right, Care, you and I are gonna sit up in the front. I'll help you get to my mother's court. You guys
If you're
right now.
driving, I'll tip you maybe a healing potion.
No, there you go. And Care, go ahead and roll a d20. Animal handling.
16.
Okay, you are able to see her. With ease, yep. The rest of you climb into the carriage with Iridessa kind of passed out. She comes to, and she's where is he?
Who?
Where is Nozel?
I'm just snoring already.
Me too.
He's in the front.
He just knocked me out.
Wait,
What are you talking?
we've been in the carriage.
Why is he in the front?
Glasgow.
With his eyes wide open.
Funny guy. I really don't know. I really don't know.
Look at James.
Where are my coachmen?
Oh, what are you all yelling about?
What is the meaning of this? Where are my coachmen?
Be quiet. We're trying to sleep.
Name,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Okay. Guys. Now, they weren't who you thought they were.
True.
Now let me get some rest. Tired.
All of you need to do this and tell me what happened now. And
All right.
Look, lady, you won honestly odds in sleep on the ground for hours while we fought your damn coachman trying to kill you. I want to sleep. Please, if you want answers, go talk to Nozel. Leave us be. Huh?
It's only 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And she looks at you, and her eyes glow a fiery red.
Do all that all you want.
Why are you making her mad?
Kara's like
Here.
looking back because he hears it. He's like,
And she says that to you.
I don't want to do
All
anything.
right. What question? What question?
To me,
Okay.
what happened to my coachman?
Okay.
Okay.
And what
So
did
I got
you
it. So what happened is I don't know the whole Nozel thing you're talking about, but we were all outside. Some finger guns. XYZ. Your coachman decided that they were gonna beat us up. And we found a letter that was saying they wanted your capture. And I'm like, yeah,
My capture?
you got the letter?
I think the coachman was the one that knocked you out, actually.
That is true.
I think Nozel has the
Letter.
Someone has to scroll that.
Those
Says
letters.
it. So someone has.
Show her the scroll.
She takes this one. We see that.
Maybe.
And she's like, "Order of midnight."
We don't know either.
So
Decided to
Take
fight
it
him.
to
England. This is concerning indeed.
yes, and we're taking it back to Nozel's mom.
I'll take that on you.
right to him.
Idea.
So we're taking it right to him.
I'm assuming what happened, because it wasn't just you that passed out; it was also Nozel. We fought them.
So I opens the window like, "Hey!" Well, it's not the time. He's like, come on. Yeah, they all are driving, and it takes a day to get there. Nothing interesting happens.
It's like that.
So we're all up
So
to our
like
normal
that.
health, right?
All too normal.
Including James?
Yep. And so you all are driving forward, and you Nozel goes, hey, guys, we're about to be there.
Cool.
Oh, look out the windows. All right, so y'all, we can take a pause for dinner here if you'd like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know James is probably like.
Yeah.
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 So you said we have a long rest because during that day nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a day to get there. It was a 2-day travel, and y'all took a day. All right, we're gonna take a dinner break.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Where'd I go for a long rest? It was. Oh, there we go. Click that. Take a long rest. Confirmed. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you want, I can end it here. And y'all want to resume like I don't know in an hour. Wait, can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all are. What the world? Did I mute y'all?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And then when we start, I'll resume recording.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.